What's going on YouTube? Today we got a 2022 HRV. We'll be doing an oil change as well as changing the differential fluid. Oil, pretty simple task. Differential can seem daunting, but I got this fluid extractor for like 12 bucks off of Amazon. And don't let a shop charge you like, I don't know, 200 bucks to do this, because this was 12 and then you just pay for the fluid. I promise you it's as simple as an oil change. Alright, so if you're looking at the differential, which is this gray ball looking thing right here, from the back of the car, you can see this bolt right here on the passenger side is going to be your drain bolt, and then over here on the driver's side, this bolt right there, you can tell it sits about 2 inches higher up compared to the other side, so that's going to be your fill bolt. You'll want to drain from the lower side. 3/8 ratchet is all you need for that then. Alright, so once you've broken this drain bolt over here loose, pretty much just like an oil pan bolt, you'll spin it out, and there is a crush washer behind there, so you want to make sure you get that too. And just like oil, it's draining. That doesn't look too bad. You're supposed to change the diff fluid every 30,000 miles. This one's near 40. I believe it's at 38. Yeah, there's a good amount of sludge on the bottom of that bolt, so it's magnetic. So if there's any kind of shavings that are left in there, thankfully it'll magnetize to this. Most of them, at least. So we'll end up wiping that bolt off, put a new crush washer in there, and put that back up once it's finished draining. So now that this bolt has sat out for a while, we can see a little more as to what the shavings on there look like. And I'm gonna wipe it off real quick. Oh wow, it's like black. That fluid is light brown, but this is all black sludge, and I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's like little hairs kind of sticking off of it, just like black shavings. I know my Civic is also overdue for a transmission fluid change, so that bolt will probably also have a ton of little metallic shavings on it, but that's why we do these fluid changes. And I know this one's about 8,000 miles overdue, but we'll keep up with it better in the future. Try to stick to that 30,000 mile mark just to be safe. But that fluid still looks pretty good. It doesn't look too scorched. So I believe the crush washer that came with this bolt uses the 18. Yeah, so that's exactly the same instead of the 20. A lot of times when I do oil changes, I use the same crush washer, but we'll use a new one. So now that this fluid has pretty much finished draining, we got just a very slight drip coming out of there. I'll run this bolt back in here, and that only gets torqued to 35 foot-pounds, same as the fill bolt on the other side. So I'll crank open the fill bolt on the other side and show you guys how we use this fluid extractor or syringe. So the fill bolt on the other side is a lot fatter, and that one I believe is going to use the 20mm washer. So I'll slap one of those on there. Pretty much you just stick this tube into the bottle. It allows you to suck it up. It's not that much, and this requires 1.5 quarts, so you'll have to do it a couple times. So you just fish that tube in there, and this is where I could see where that adapter tube might be a little easier, but it's honestly just as simple as an oil change, except you're filling it in a horizontal hole rather than vertical, so you can't just pour it on top. You got to use this to squirt it in. So this is close to 1 quart finished. Insane. This is so cool. What a sweet tool. Hopefully I'm not blocking too much of the view. So I'd say that's a pretty good stream coming out. It's pretty heavy. You know, it takes 1.5 quarts, roughly. And you want to fill it till you have a stream like that coming, so you know it's full. I'm gonna do one more just for safe measure, just because I figure some will run out until I get time to get that bolt in there. That's good. That's a very steady stream. Squirt the rest back into the bottle and spin this bolt in there. And got a new crush washer on there. This is also 35 foot-pounds of torque, just like the other side. So get that snugged up so it doesn't leak anymore. Give it a good wipe down. And that's all it took to change your differential oil. And so up in the front underneath the car, you get the oil pan. This is a 17mm bolt. Make sure that that little washer behind the bolt comes out with it. It's hot. Let that drain so you can put the bolt back in, and you have a very slow drip, and then we'll swap out this filter and top up the oil from the top. Dripping has pretty much completely stopped. You can run that bolt back in there with the new washer. We'll give that a wipe down. Once we torque it down, just get it hand tight for now. Slide the pan up here under the filter. There we go. You can just let that run down till it also stops dripping. It will make a mess, but once you get that filter out of there, you can wipe down the pan that surrounds it. I got the new O-ring lubed with some fresh oil, and I know it's all oily on the outside, so I'll probably want to wipe it down. In order to get it tight enough. Find the right threads and thread that guy up in there. And I'm just using a paper towel to get a little extra grip here. So the oil pan bolt is tight. The new filter is in and tight. Probably a little too tight for me to get off next time. I'll struggle, but that's okay. Got the old oil right here. Just got to pour in the new oil up top. So I believe this only takes roughly 4 quarts, so we'll pour in 4, check the level, and if we need to add any more, we'll do so. Alright y'all, so that was it for this HRV. We changed the diff fluid, we gave it an oil change. Super simple stuff, you guys can do this at home. Don't let shop charge you or overcharge you to do these simple things, man. Do it yourself. Hope you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more.